Here we are at Wanganui Racecourse. First time I've been back here in a number of years, I won't say many years, quite a few years. But we've just walked down the straight from the winning post, and as you can see, the outside there 4 or 5 metres. It's definitely much better out there as we've seen in race meetings before here. And I would rate that about a slow 7 at the moment. And to the inside, definitely heavy 10, heavy 11. So you can see the horses that are going to be, just swing the camera around here, you'll see where they sweep around this, quite a sweeping bend here actually, compared to some tracks I've walked. And you can see they're going to come in, get as wide as they can here, to get to that outside lane. If you're on the inside lane, especially in those later races, it's going to be really hard to make ground unless you're 5 or 6 lengths clear and just going for the doctor. So definitely look for horses drawn wide in the last 4 or 5 races that'll get to that fast lane out there, and you can cut out 3/4 of the field really with the draws alone. So anyway, good luck tomorrow, and with that rain forecast it's going to be loosened up, but outside lane, place to be. Right, Money Shot, we're here, Wanganui Racecourse.
Good place, isn't it, Neil?
Sun shining.
Sun's shining. Don't know if it will be tomorrow, viewers,
That's
but
right, yeah.
the forecasters have been wrong before, but at the moment it's a nice clear afternoon, but the rain is forecast to come. It's been a while since you've been here, Neil, I believe.
It is, and we were just reminiscing before about last time I was here was when a horse called March Legend, well before any BGP lads were born, I'm sure.
Bill Sanders, Te Awamutu.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big black horse, used to carry 63, 64 kgs as a 2-year-old,
Yeah.
and still kick the backsides. It's
He
just
might have won a
fantastic.
Wanganui Guineas here from memory.
Yeah, I think I was here that day.
I was
Many
3 years old.
Were you?
Yeah, I wasn't
I was
here.
about four. Don't think.
No, it's a good old course. I think it's one of the oldest courses in New Zealand, and through the 80s and early 90s, when I used to frequent this place a bit, Bone Crusher raced down here in the Jackson Stakes, didn't win. I think Bourbon Boy won that day. And then a horse by the name of Viandacross.
Not a bad horse, was he?
He was the Wanganui Wonder Horse. He won out here at his first start, but then he got beaten in the Wanganui Guineas by a horse called Lodore Lady, who was trained by your good friend
Charlie Faulkner.
Charlie Faulkner.
That's right.
Knew every blade of grass at Avondale
Yeah,
by
the
name.
By first name only,
By
though.
first name. Yeah.
But no, that was good old days. I used to love coming here, Queen's birthday weekend, so it's great to be back here. Spoken to the track manager, and we've also walked the track too. I don't know if you can see from there, yes you probably can. Track's looking lovely, but definitely, as we all know out here, when the track gets wet, outside lane's the place to be. What do you reckon the outside?
If we were dropping the pentrometer, we use the umbrella test, so it's a little less scientific.
Well, close.
But if we were dropping the pentrometer on the outside rail, dead 5, dead 6.
Yeah, slow 7 at worst.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Some places it felt very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably average maybe a dead 6, slow 7.
Yeah.
On the inside, heavy 11.
Definitely, it's just chalk and cheese, the difference. So
Yeah.
you can see what they get to the outside. And horses, especially in the last few races, if they can get to that outside lane, they're going to have the length advantage, aren't they?
It'll be a race to that outside fence. Yeah, make it tricky for those horses drawn inside potentially, unless you're a leader and you can dictate your own line from the sort of the 600 to the 400.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll go through a couple of feature races.
Yeah, that 2-year-old race, what do you reckon?
The Castletown Stakes.
They'll be swinging wide by then, surely.
Hey, I must say, it's great for Wanganui. You've got horses trained up north, and your typical suspects, your Pike, your James and Wellwood,
Yeah.
Baker, Marsh, all the big Cambridge stables, Sean Ritchie.
Yeah.
You've got your CD stables, a couple of CD runners there, and then you've got the Southern Raider, the filly, all about magic, and she was very impressive last start.
She was.
She tries very hard. That start before, when she runs second, she gets her head down and really tries.
Yeah.
She could be the one, you know.
I think she is, because she hasn't raced on a heavy track, but her action says, she gets a nice high knee action. I think she'll handle it okay. At least all press on top. And what's her draw?
12.
There
you go. Out of a Monju mare, so you'd think the breeding would only assist there. So,
Yeah, good point. Definitely, good point.
so all about magic's one to look out for in the in the Castletown. And if we flick over to the Weight for Age feature, the Ag Challenge Stakes, it's a bit of a there's a few, shall we say, old timers. You got 2 10-year-olds and a 9-year-old, but you've got an up-and-comer in Platinum Rapper, but I think she might be a little bit outclassed. But the other one, the young 4-year-old mare, by Ikra, Back in a Flash. Now this horse, I think, eats mud for breakfast.
She does. Yeah.
And the only concern you'd have to say is that draw, but could you perhaps see her attempting to lead? Where is the speed in this race? I can't see an outright leader at all, actually. You look, Dolcetto, no. Scapolo, definitely not. Nashville, no. Taurus, maybe.
Yeah.
Tomalila, no. Rosewood, no. She's Poppy, no. Platinum Command, all get back horses.
Yeah.
Back in a Flash leads and just make sure that she gets to that outside fence first before the others come around.
Yeah.
I think she wins, even though the draw is again her.
She's the best horse in the race, primed to win, isn't she? She should have won last up. The tempo wasn't that great, and she would have won still, I reckon, with a clear run.
Do you think the loose, that was a slightly holding track at Rotorua. This will be a bit looser. We'll get a little bit of rain tomorrow morning, I'd say. It'll be loose then. I think the way she won the first time up at Rotorua, I mean, she won by, what, six and a bit lengths, and she could have won by 16 lengths. The horse is flying in track work, I've been reliably informed.
Good.
Looks like a winner, and I thought not a bad price. Was it $4.50 I saw?
Oh, well, she was $5 this morning, and driving up this morning, $4.60, so the money's come for her. But her closing sectionals on wet tracks have been outstanding. She's Poppy's the only one who can match her, I reckon, and it just depends on where they get at the top of the straight. If Back in the Flash is in front, it'll win. If she's Poppy's in front, it'll win. Just depends on where they get to at the top of the straight. What we'll try and do is speak to Andrew Cord and see if we can get up here for the boys to get paid. And see what he's planning on doing. Maybe he won't reveal what he's going to do, but no harm in asking, is there?
You'll be doing a bit of updates live throughout the day. We've got Wi-Fi in Wanganui, would you believe? So you can have your computer here, logged in, and giving all your subscribers all the very late info on what's happening on the day.
Yeah. No, it's going to be a great day. Good punting. We've got the drills as well.
Ellerslie.
Yeah.
It's all happening.
It is.
So no, it's a little bit of a different podcast. We'll get back to the multi-bets, the competition winners, the brickbats and bouquets, the terrible Hurricanes tips all next week. We're forgetting about those this week. No, we're not talking about the Hurricanes this week, Neil.
Actually travelled all the way down to watch last time.
I travelled all the way down to Wellington.
We won't mention that.
That was an absolute shambles. So, that wasn't much fun at all, I have to say. It was
big comeback on the weekend for them?
Well, they're playing over in Durban, I think, the Sharks, so hopefully. But we're not talking about them, we're staying positive.
Yeah.
So, good luck to all the subscribers. Neil will have all the good info. Ellerslie and Wanganui selections will be up, ready to go.
Yeah, most of them are up there now, so there's a couple of good bets there. One of the last race subscribers will see. Get stuck into that, I reckon. It's perfectly placed to win that race. Good money, very good money. Anyway, rightio, see you next time.
Go well.